Gonna just give it a few moments for people to come onto the chat. I just got out of a really beautiful meditative connection, and I do want to share some of that with you all. So I know that there's been some weird things going on with technology, and that we have to really be patient with some of the strangeness that's happening. It's always symbolic. Hi, Dustin. Is Amy on here too? I don't see. Dustin's the first one I see. But again, doesn't mean that you guys aren't all there. Oh, hi, Jess. Hello, hello. Oh, we're starting to get people on now. I see. Good, good, good. I've been setting the tone, setting the energy for this new moon. I'd like to do a bit of ceremony together, and also share with you all the messages, especially the messages that I just received before going live here. Hi, Darren. Hello. I had to come into this weirdness. Hello, Tori. How are you all doing? How's everybody? Oops. How's everybody doing? Having some interesting experiences? Let's see. Okay. Because there's always two sides of the coin. Especially with the zodiac archetypes that are teaching us, our teachers, right? Here in Earth School. So definitely got to see a part of me that gets a little frustrated, and then I come back to realize that, oh, we're all experiencing something. So I'm a catalyst for somebody, they're a catalyst for me, vice versa. Hello, blissing out. I love that, says Amy. Same. Really been enjoying this energy. And I'm really glad that, my family is as well. I have my grandson here for a few days, which always just really solidifies the vibe, Let's see here. I wanted to read Jess and Darren and Tori. I am sending you all love in this crazy divine now. Blissing out. Michael, I have Pisces moon, definitely feeling the feels. Love back to you, Dustin. It's crazy times right now. Oh, thank you, Tori. Love your shirt today. I like the colors. Thank you. I know. I love this color too. I've actually been seeing these colors a lot. Even Martin. Where's Martin? Is he here? He might pop in, right? So I think before we even get into the messages, or maybe we should give it just a few more minutes to see if anybody else is going to join in. We have 9 people in the room right now. Let's see if we can get it up to, well, actually 9 is an interesting number for many reasons. And we are in the completion cycle. I'm going to pull a card from Moonology just to see what comes through for fun. The moon and the Pisces moon. This is the collective consciousness, the collective unconsciousness. Many people are acting out and playing out their unconscious patterns right now. We do activate and bring out all the variety of archetypes that we have within us. through the zodiac. We all have them. And there are certain people that can bring certain archetypes out in me, and I can certainly bring certain archetypes, and not to say good or bad, just that's how energy transfer works. Light a candle and set your intentions for the new moon, everyone. Yes. Yes, I've got some candles lit here. I have my incense and Palo Santo. And, oh, that's okay, Jess. We have one for you. Here's an extra candle for all who don't have a candle handy, because it is sort of my extra on the set today. And usually I have 3, and that's a 4th one. So I will put that here so that everybody can sort of participate. And before we even begin, let's just begin by connecting to each other with a visualization. So find yourself a comfortable space, a comfortable spot, maybe with some tea. Flower water, good. And we're going to just start a visualization. We're going to start a visualization, and this is what we do in our moon circles at Salas Farms. We all hold hands. So visualize that we're all holding hands right now, and we're connecting our energy across the world. We're holding our hands. And really bring conscious awareness to the heart and the heart chakra. You can close your eyes if you want to, or gaze at your candle or your flower water. Take a few deep breaths in and release out. Through our breath, when we inhale, you guys probably know this, we are breathing in new life, new energy. And with each exhale, we are releasing the old, the stagnant, the stuck. And we're all connected, holding hands, and really activating our heart chakras together, uniting across the world. And envision this energy circling the globe. And I first would like to put out, with the intentions of Dustin, gratitude. Putting out gratitude to all of the planets and their teachings and their assistance in our ascension, in our learning how to live from the heart. Oh, there we are. I'm seeing the flower of life again, the circles. And this is us, I'm hearing. So gratitude to the planets, to the sun, to the moon, to the stars, for the teachings here in Earth School. Gratitude to the earth for providing for us. She gives so much beauty, nurturance, and everything that we need to sustain life here on earth. Gratitude for the elements, fire, air, water, and earth. And we bring our hands to our hearts. Another deep breath in and release. You may set your personal intentions, but I'd like to also include here that we visualize, activate, and harmonize peace. Peace here on earth, peace within each and every individual, human, animal, plant, mineral, love, harmony, unity as we go through our evolutionary process. There's much to be grateful for. And with that, I also wanted to give to you this message from the family of light. We are so proud of you, each and every one of you. We are here. We are always here. We are always watching. We are so proud of you. We love you so much. You're doing an amazing job. We understand it is not easy. It is not what you thought it was, but so much more. And we enjoy connecting with you in every way that we can. Keep an eye out. Keep an ear out. Feel us. See us. Sense us. Smell us. Hear us. We are here. We are here. They are everywhere. Thank you, everybody. And with that, we can release our intentions out into the ethers surrounding the planet, visualizing this light that surrounds us, that has been surrounding us more and more, coming closer and closer in our atmosphere. Each and every time we connect to this light energy, these light codes, we can ask it to rain down on us, shine down on us, on everyone. The more that we have love and compassion, empathy for everyone on the planet, the better. As we are all going through a process of letting go, a process of release, a process of surrender, which we know is not easy, a process of trusting the flow, trusting what has been called the unknown, yet is becoming very knowable now. And we all know that we're not alone on this journey, and that we don't need to be afraid, and that we have each other. So much love to you guys. Let's see, what are you guys saying? Hi Lisa. Dustin says, I am grateful for all life everywhere, for all teachers, for all lessons. I am grateful for you all here now. Yes, same here. Violet flame. Purple rain, the violet flame. Thank you for being here. Yes, thank you, Darren. Thank you all for participating in that. I feel that we have some really powerful energy, our community, our connection, and it has been proven to really work. The more of us that connect with the same intention and put out those intentions together, whether we're physically together or not, energetically, we're holding hands. It's powerful. It's more powerful than we might ever know. I'm hearing that we are going to see, we will get validation for all of the positive energy that we put out there. Not that we need it, right? Not that we need it at all. All right. Let's see what comes through. Anything else that wants to be... I wrote a few things down. anybody in the chat right now needs to hear this. But the message that I received, and I knew it wasn't for me, was you are worthy. You are loved. You are worthy. You are extremely valuable. You're a divine soul. And for anybody that you may come across that is unhappy or having a difficult time, just know that they are not in alignment with this energy, and that's okay. They're still acting out on, okay, we have somebody with us. They're just acting out on negative belief systems that this energy is really asking them, is that true? Do you believe that? That's a hard place to be in. And we can understand that because we've all been there, right? And we are all so beautiful, all of us. Thank you, Dustin. Oh, definitely a lot of gratitude to our guides, because honestly, if I wasn't connected to them always, I would be a lost soul still. Okay, we have a win-win outcome is forecast. And then they're showing me, okay, they're asking me to share just a silly example of this, something that I've been experiencing for the last few weeks, and the frustration of the energy, right? So for about 3 weeks now, I have not been receiving mail. And I know a lot of you have been hearing me say this, right? I haven't been getting my mail. And I called the post office. My son called the post office. They did apologize for saying, I don't understand why that's happening. I'm very sorry. We'll make sure that you get mail. Yesterday, I got a little nudge that said, why don't you mail something to yourself? So I addressed an envelope to myself, put a stamp on it, took it to the post office, put it in the box just to see, will it come to me? And if so, how long will it take to actually get to me? Well, as soon as I got home, my daughter-in-law was outside and she said, you just missed the mailman. And he was not happy. He was angry. He came to the door and started yelling at me and asking who lives here. And I just, all of his anger and rage just projected out onto my daughter-in-law. And because we have 2 units in one house, there downstairs is A and upstairs is B in the address, and we have boxes that are listed there. We've lived here for 5 years. Same mailman, same everything. Nothing's really changed. We had tenants below before, but I guess but anyway, he literally wrote an A on the house while he was yelling at my daughter-in-law, which is like, who does that, right? And luckily we were able to clean it off and everything, but this aggressive, angry energy was stirred up. And who should be angry? Me. I'm the one who's not getting my mail, right? And we didn't even put it out there as a complaint, like an angry complaint. It was, understandably, there's a lot of things that are changing in technology and in the government and all of that. And just wanted to let you know, hey, for some reason, I'm not getting my mail. Yeah, he was having a really bad day. I still didn't get any mail. He delivered all of the downstairs mail and some piece of junk that was for me. So then I'm like, okay. And the thing is, I have something that I really want to order and have sent to my house. And the only way they send it is through the mail, like not FedEx or UPS. So I'm like, I need to get this envelope receipt. I have to trust this is the small page, right? The small page needs to receive the piece of mail that I mailed to myself before I order what I want to order. So I opened up my mailbox today, still no mail. And I'm like, what do I need to do? I don't want to call again. I don't want to get Calvin in trouble. That's our mailman. Like, I even know his name. The guy knows me. The moral of the story here is to remain calm. This is definitely, all lessons and tests are two sides of the same coin. And I remain calm and I trust that, okay, I did all that I can do, right? And I'm not going to take his outbursts personally, even though he did kind of vandalize our home, if you think about it, in a way. I mean, it was weird. And that was just a little smidgen of the weirdness energy yesterday. I hold the power with the knowledge and the understanding that I've done all that I can do. Now I must understand that the energy will balance out. It's going to be a win-win forecast, meaning I'm not projecting back at the mailman, calling his boss up or somebody up again, telling them, now he wrote on my, getting into that energy. I could have called them yesterday or today and said, hey, now he's writing on my house, still not delivering mail. That frustration and anger was in me, but I knew better. And my daughter-in-law did too. I looked up to the clouds, which was beautiful yesterday, and I said, something's up. This is definitely a test, and I feel like it's time to wait it out. So I'm going to trust that there's going to be a balance. Something is going to come back around, balance out, because I've had many experiences like that before. I'm not feeding that aggressive energy with anything that may have been provoked within me, because I'll be honest, it provoked something in me. And then I had to laugh. Amy says, you're really being tested in patience. I would have flown off the handle. Yeah, the old me would have too, and would have demanded, like, bring Calvin back over here. Now he's going to have to paint my house because he wrote him. I mean, the poor guy would probably lose his job, and I certainly would not want to be responsible for that. And I can only imagine, so having the compassion and empathy, I can only imagine what it is like for people who work in a government position right now in the United States. It can't be pretty or easy. So I'm going to be handling it with grace, have compassion and empathy in my heart, and trust, because I'm not in control. Calvin's not in control. There's an energy flow that is bringing in. We have a whole brand new window, portal, timeline that is here. It is very much here. I've been shown it. I've actually got to experience it, especially Monday was very incredible. I had an incredible healing session with somebody where I allowed the energy to flow through me and reached in somehow with my words, and it pulled out something that nobody else was able to bring out, and she was able to see it, and she was so grateful. It was like hours of a session, but it was amazing. And that showed me that when I get out of the way and I allow the energy to work through me, how beautiful that is. And there's always messages and things in it for me as well. And she tipped really well too. So it was like a win-win for sure. Lisa, sometimes laughter can diffuse the situation. Yeah, definitely. My daughter-in-law and I were, after we kind of were like, what the, what the, we let our little we let the aggression and not aggression, frustration out. Now we were able to laugh, and there was a lighthearted kind of jokiness to it. And both of us, we're so much alike. So that definitely proves that, my son, we marry our mothers, right? Or fathers. um, I know it's not always funny, Darren, but really, truly, what's happening here, what's happening with all of this Pisces energy. We've got the sun, we've got the moon, we've got Mercury, we've got Saturn, Neptune, and the North Node, all in Pisces. We're in a big Pisces soup bowl right now. And this is the last time. Neptune's going to be moving into Aries. So this is the last new moon in Pisces that Neptune's going to be in Pisces with it. And Neptune is the ruler of Pisces. So Neptune's having fun with this one. I think of my grandpa. He used to he was definitely a teacher, and he was a music teacher, but he was a teacher to me, but he had fun with it. My dad too, which sometimes I question. I'm like, is that you? Let's see here. Tori says, that sounds like something I need. Laughter. There's nothing I can do either in my situation except trust that all will be well. Thank you. A few months ago, I would have flipped. Yep, Darren, it's not always funny. No, it's not always funny, but we're growing and maturing and understanding that these are cosmic lessons. It's bringing unconscious patterns alive. So when we're consciously on this journey, we're like, oh, it's bringing it out in other people who might not consciously be aware of it, but we can be aware of ours, right? And the archetypes, like I was saying, the archetypes, we're bringing that out in each other through relationships specifically. But other things that are arising in this energy is collective traumas, collective memories are stirring up, which can be really overwhelming. The collective psyche, which is the soul. These collective memories are linked. It's the Akashic records really being stirred up from the bottom of the barrel. Old patterns that are still in our energy field. It's like Neptune is the ocean. If you think of like what's getting stirred up from these waves from the bottom and it's coming up. It's also a time for release before we go through the rebirth. So it's an important time to surrender to what is, surrender to what we cannot control, letting go of our resistance, and just allow the energy to flow, to show us, to teach us, to guide us. The eclipse portal, the eclipse window energy is now open. And so, again, there's that whole new window of a new timeline that's here, it's formed. Many of us are on it, we've stepped on it, but we also get pulled into the old because there's still either things that we're wrapping up with other people, right? Relationships are big on this one, but these are things also that we're wrapping up within the collective field. So it does feel like we're going like 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. It's that ebb and flow of the waves in the ocean right now. So the aggression is coming from the Mars energy, the Martian energy, which is also in Cancer and water signs. So there's a lot of emotion linked to it. And with the North Node in Pisces, the North Node, even a lot of people say that's your destiny, that's where we're guided to. Yes, it's what we're evolving into, but to evolve into a new or true version of ourselves is not easy. It's not. The South Node in Virgo of what we are letting go of, also not easy. I feel like the South Node in Virgo for me is very easy to let go right now because these are things that never resonated with me. just the detail of everything. I can't even tell you how many meetings I've been in and like PowerPoint presentations and things like that. And my whole body's like, oh no, we don't do that anymore. We don't. And I just kept hearing, like, just allow. You don't have to actually be, in it, but just allow it. It's okay. It's definitely been a struggle learning to let go, says Jess. Yeah. And this will be all year, but I feel like we're really getting like a nice push into the let go and the evolve faster than ever before. I feel like we can really wrap up, many of us can really um, wrap up old timelines faster than we ever have before. Martin, hello. Oh, excuse me. Because what we're evolving into as far as our destiny point, we can't logically think of Virgo, South Node, Moon. We can feel it. There are hidden aspects of ourselves that are still opening up and revealing themselves to us about ourselves. And I had this was shown to me so strong last weekend. I had two out of body experiences where I was brought into a whole other realm, and I saw my dad. I saw the guides that talk to me and talk through me. They're all sitting at this beautiful like space. It was all purple, magenta, and these beautiful colors. And they were saying just what I was saying earlier, is that, we're so proud. Like, you have no idea. You've really overcome some big milestones. And just the recognition of a lot of this being from the past lives that you've had. And a lot of that has been coming to life in my dreams too. Phew, dreams. Wow. I'm usually really good at decoding dreams. Like really, really good. This last dream that I had, not last night, but the night before, I'm not even going to say it because it's embarrassing for me. I'm like, what was that all about? It was kind of funny too, but I just heard, that was a whole nother lifetime I'm not even going to say it. Ooh. But it was very sexual in nature and also very, I don't know, it was very weird. So we're having a lot of past life or alternate timeline stuff. All this stuff is merging around. Recognition is good. A lot of people are getting sick right now. As well. The body is kind of going through its own process and it needs more downtime, more time to process. I know for myself, I woke up this morning with a massive headache, and I know I've been getting hit with a lot of activity from the sun, and sometimes that can be a little bit much, Justin, honestly, it's exactly what my guides have been expressing to me over the past couple of weeks. Our family of late is very proud of each of us. Oh, yeah, definitely. They are just like, they're doing it. They're doing it. And it goes in stages. Certain times we get to a certain stage, we're like, I made it. Da, 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 da. Yay. And then another wave comes in and it's like, oh, there's more. There's so much more. Rest and retreat to Shambhala in my dreams. Nice. My dream last night must have been very restful. I don't really recall having a dream, although I know when I woke up, I was definitely in conversation with somebody, but it wasn't anything like the night before. The night before was like weird, very weird. And then after the extreme weirdness. There was a part where I was doing readings all day in a mall and I was like trying to find my station in the mall, and I was like just out of bed, so I didn't even like brush my hair, my teeth, and anything. And I walk through this like ice cream shop, and my Aunt Chris, who I haven't seen in a while, she's like, "Oh, the bathroom's right this way. Would you like a macaroon?" It was like one of those weird things, you know? Really laugh about it. And I think that was one of the things that, like, even in the dreams, um, whoever's directing these dreams is like, we're gonna make some light of this so she doesn't take this one too seriously or too personally. Not the mall kiosk. I was like, I don't even have my cards. So funny. So yeah, I think I covered all of this. Unconscious, collective unconscious, unconscious patterns, archetypes, bringing out the archetypes in others through relationships, collective traumas, memories stirred up, collective psyche, mirroring, a lot of mirroring, the whole mirrors, Akashic records stirred up, old patterns in our energy field stirred up, release before rebirth, surrender, allow, surrender to what is, even to the post office, letting go of resistance, because it's that resistance that keeps us in a suffering state, and you really feel it in this intense and high vibrational energy. I mean, we're in a lot of beautiful, mystical, magical energy, but there's all these little tests and challenges, and when we resist it, or we get, it's fine to get angry, you'll see parts of yourself, but when we resist it, like, no, this is wrong, it needs to be right, you really feel it. Oh man, do you feel it? Feel it hardcore. Yeah, which explains why there's a lot of aggressive drivers going around here right now. A lot of, and my neighbor my neighbor across the street, so he's up on his roof like brushing leaves and debris out of his gutters or something while he's watching this whole mailman post office thing go down. And when I showed up, I was like, today people seem extra crazy. And he just stood up. He was like, oh yes, they do. He's a funny guy, but he was chiming in. He said, I don't know what's going on, but the whole world's going crazy right now. So yeah, let's get some cards going. Everywhere the drivers are horrible, even school buses. I was driving home yesterday from the other beautiful thing is here, you guys know I've been complaining about the cold. Well, it's been like mid 50s all week. Today it rained, so I didn't go outside, but I was able to do my hikes and be out in nature and with my grandson, and it was just like, yes, just this beautiful energy. And I'm driving home, and I was run over by a school bus. They were like flying, full of kids, and I was like, what is going on? Wow. Yeah, a lot of people in a hurry for some reason. I don't know. Oh, he's on the roof. There's degrees of craziness. Oh, I love Keith. He's amazing, my neighbor. He's a musician. He's in his 70s. Just had another heart surgery. He's always up and doing stuff. He's on his roof. Yeah, he works. He like fixes up these antique old cars and stuff. He's taken me for rides in them. He's a fun guy. Really, really funny. We just jumped through this new portal like Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah. We can't, bypass though whatever comes up, because last weekend and the end of last week, last Friday, was a big point of tension for me, big, and I felt it. I had I felt it in my body and my headache, and I actually felt like I was going to get sick from it. So I understand why people are getting sick now. I had to have this experience. It was corporate trauma that was resurfacing. Trauma from working in the corporate world, and not just that, excuse me, the top down, or like I'm in the manager boss, like the top down type of power and control dynamics that resurfaced in my life last weekend. Perceivably, it wasn't really true, but it seemed as if that's how it was going, and my body reacted first. My body was like, no. And I actually vocalized it. I said, I cannot work this way. I cannot work this way. I will not work this way. And that ruffled some feathers in a way, meaning like, no, you can't go anywhere. Like, oh my God. And I'm like, I'm just saying, you know. And then I was telling you about the person that I worked on with another person. We had two of us working on somebody that was going through a spiritual emergency. And lo and behold, it's always the same. It's always what I just cleared is what I get called into. She had a lot of things that she realized and revealed that were still in her energy field. And then later that night, she actually sent me an email and said, I realized that I'm having corporate trauma. She actually used the word corporate trauma. And that I think I need to leave my job. I'm only there for the money. And I was like, wow, yeah. Even at rock bottom, you'll eventually fall out of that portal. Yeah. So anyway. Oh, another thing I'm going to bring up, just for anybody that's maybe watching, that's new or watches this on the replay, another big theme, because usually the themes of things that I experience and a few others is a much bigger theme than just me and maybe the small group that I'm talking with. So we're talking about how we kind of get traumatized by, and this is all past life stuff too, either working in a corporation where there's people like on the higher end, managers and bosses and blah, 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 blah. They get paid a lot of money and they don't do anything, and they just like give you all the work and all those things. That can be kind of traumatizing. Also, the theme of alcoholism. And we can mix in drug addiction too, but alcoholism, for whatever reason, has been a big theme that's come up. Again, not surprising that it's a lot of Pisces energy. So, my trauma is the bosses, one in particular, well, two actually, in two different places. We're also the owners of the corporations, and the one of them I sued for sexual harassment. I probably already shared that one with you and I won because it got really creepy and weird. I mean, the things that people think they can just own and take and have, right? When they have money and power, that's what I'm talking about. Amy, boom, is a theme that keeps showing up for me everywhere. Intuitive hit that something might be going boom soon, maybe. I hope not. I hope it's not another airplane. Darren, I don't drink anymore. 8 months now. Congratulations. Doing well. Even when taking this shit, I've managed to keep good. Congratulations. That's a tough one. And we're so proud of you. Absolutely. You picked a good time to quit too, because honestly, in this new energy, I haven't had a single drink. Like usually I would partake in maybe a glass of wine at an occasion or something. Last time I did, it was months ago, and it felt weird. It felt bad. And I was like, and my body like did not bounce back. I'm talking one glass of wine. My body did not bounce back. And I was like, oh, that's really toxic. Like, okay, I don't need that. So it is really tough. Yeah, keep going. We're so proud of you, Darren. Cheers with herbal tea, for sure. It's so toxic. It really is. All right. But for those who are dealing with a family member, a loved one, a friend that may have a problem with alcohol, and maybe it's not even addiction, but when they drink, they turn into like a whole, which is what happens. They turn into a whole other archetype person. Let's put some prayers out there for them, that they can actually see themselves in the cosmic mirror and finally put down the booze and realize this isn't for me. This actually isn't for me. Oh, we have some more. Tori quit drinking about 2 years ago and haven't smoked a cigarette in a week. Congratulations, that's awesome. Yeah, cigarettes, tobacco, that's a hard one. You know, they always say it's harder than heroin. There's something in that concoction, because it does have it. There's a few different, and everybody in my family used to smoke, so I know the difficulty in that one. It's really hard. But you see all of your unconscious patterns through that. I remember years, I mean, it's been so long ago. So long. Like I was a teenager going into maybe 20 when I quit. And I wasn't like a regular smoker, but there were times where I would feel the intensity and I would just pretend with breath. And I would feel that release and I would calm down myself. So even just the motion and the breathing and the sucking in really helped. It really helped. I got to see that aspect of myself. Good job, Tori. Darren, I know loads of people like that. I used to do the same. Jess, that was me. My brother was the same also. Martin says guilty. I think we all have been guilty. Ooh, no. Just clean living, everyone. Stay healthy. Been some years since I've had an actual cigarette. I had my first one when I was 7. Wow, that's young. Amy, you save so much money when you quit drinking and smoking, that's for sure. Darren says doesn't stop them from being pricks. I stay away as best I can. You can only have so much compassion. Yeah, right. You don't need that. You don't need that in your life anymore. So let's see what the first card was. 6 of Crystals. Bringing some balance into life. Sometimes we have to give up things to find the balance. I'm going to read it from the book, but really I see with the hands out. She's really contemplating on, she's holding a flower. This is also speaking of like how much we give, it is what we receive and in equal measure. And they're referring back to like the work and the top down structures. Many of us give and give and give of our time, our energy, our skill to those who are just taking, posing as the givers. And there's a realization here. This is taking too much from me. And what am I receiving? Just money. What is money? That's energy. Are you receiving the equal amount of energy back that you're putting out there? So that's a test for some. Yeah, alcohol in particular wrecks lives, for sure. It killed my dad. 6 of chalices. And this is similar to the message, and we're going to dive into the book in a minute, but I'm already picking up the message that I received in today's video earlier, was that there are things from our past, whether they're relationships or maybe even jobs. Maybe you're getting a job offer and it's offering you so much money, but are you willing to actually sell your soul, sell yourself, sell your time, your energy, your skill, your divine essence, to go backwards, to go back? Because safety and security is a big issue, especially these days. Are you willing to give of all of your essence, all of your everything, for something that you once had and experienced, whether it be an old relationship coming back from the past? And for some, this is like afraid of being alone, or not feeling safe and secure on their own. It's a test. It's a big test. Are you going to go backwards? It's a big test right now. Are you going to give of yourself as you once did, again, knowing that what you receive in return is not in equal measure? What are you guys saying here? Alcohol abuse gets stored in our body, possibly in our DNA. That's probably why addiction behavior is genetic. Yep. Oh, yeah. Fully 100,000%. Yes. Something that I had to really break that cycle myself, break free of that. Because, and that addiction pattern was actually formed by war. The men in my family, both sides, in war. And when they came home from war, they couldn't adjust to just civilian lifestyle. And the only thing that made them feel better was alcohol. And I'm also healing that goes back even with the Native American and indigenous tribes that part of my family had belonged to. And when they were removed from their natural living and placed in reservations, they weren't able to cope. And alcohol, huffing, really still big issues in those nations. Martin, the scale is balancing, harmonizing Venus, Mars and Venus. Yeah, we are seeing Venus will be going retrograde next, right? So it's going to be a really interesting time. Jess says, yes, it is, Amy. Runs very thick in my blood, unfortunately. Yep, same here. Oh, I love you no matter what, Jess. I love you guys. You guys are sweet. We're panning for the gold. Oh, look at that. As I was talking about indigenous cultures, Native American cultures in particular was coming into my mindset. But let's see what else was to come through. One more. Breaking those cycles, right? That is the lure. That is the that is the Here we have the Three of Orbs. Overall, the Ten of Flames. Look what's below that. Divine justice. So this is definitely a time, 10 of Flames, of putting something to an end, breaking the cycle, putting down the heavy burdens of the past that are not ours to even carry. He's trying to walk to the top of the steps, to the light. We're ascending to a higher realm, a higher frequency, to the light. What are you carrying? This is what this energy is showing us. Help us come to divine justice and balance. So it doesn't matter what it is for you, whether it's relationship, whether it's time, money, energy, essence, something from the past always tries to lure you back. Because what once was may have seemed like it was pretty good. And sometimes we forget. Sometimes we forget the reality of it, right? This is for those who are really stuck in the loop of the past, afraid of the new timeline and the new portal, the unknown. I don't know. That seems like it's impossible to actually survive without, you fill in the blank, X, Y, Z. And then we have the Three of Orbs. Even though it seems really stormy and dark out there, look at the light. There's a break in the clouds as well. And that electric lightning is activating. Can also be triggering, but very activating. And it's interesting that they're showing us the orbs again. I have seen orbs every day this week. So has my grandson, and so has people at Solace Farms with the naked eye. And there was a lot of interesting things going on at Solace Farms, which is a very old Victorian home that is named Stella. And there was definitely some energy, some trickster energies in there, but only, and they were messing with the music system, the electronics. The music system wasn't playing, and she sent me a video of what was happening. And as I pointed out, well, there's an orb right there. and then another medium said, oh yeah, it's trickster energy. I said, it's not bad. It's just trying to tell you, you might be in your mind. You might be in too much in your mind, or check your energy. Because the person that sent it to me was really, really busy and frazzled. Like things weren't working. It's like, all this stuff. And that's when the energy, this interesting time will really show you where your energy field is. I did a video earlier today, and I could feel my energy kind of changing, not good or bad, just like not in this calm flow. And my light went out. And when I turned it back on, it just flickered and flickered. And I heard, tone it down, calm it down. As soon as I did, the light got brighter and brighter and stayed. So Spirit can work through technology really quickly. And if you're hearing, or if you're just paying attention to the symbology of how everything is trying to speak to you energetically, this is the language of Pisces. This is the language of all the planets in Pisces. Symbolic and synchronicities and binary codes, numbers, colors, sequences, you name it. It's like trying to help you learn the language of the universe. Or also turn on your clairs so you can actually hear your guides talking. When we break that cycle and do what we feel could never have been done before, what people say, we will end up being in such an amazing feeling. Yes, trust the process. Yes. Martin, the sun will go into Aries, and then a moon equinox. Venus will probably have transited through Aries by then. Venus is in Aries right now. Mars will be in Leo by then too. It could be super expansive discussion. Oh yeah, I suppose we are. I feel like I have been ahead of the collective curve energetically. A lot of times we do pre-wave these things ahead because we are meant to have the experience first and kind of work our way out of it so that we can be of help to those that are sort of because we're all tied energetically, right? And that's what I was saying, like the people that I've been doing readings for and helping are always coming to me with a problem that I just solved for myself. So it's really easy to help them. And I love that. I love that so much. Martin, Pisces is the alchemization of all the zodiac. Yep. Tori, I have all my family in March birthdays and my 3 children, my mother, my grandchildren's siblings and grandparents. Wow. My mother is a Pisces. March 2nd is her birthday, so that's coming up. March 1st is when Venus goes retrograde. She's not in Pisces, though. She is in Aries already. So we're going to really see it's affecting relationships, not affecting, but it's showing us who we are in our relationships. It's also our relationship to money, our relationship to the feminine aspect of ourselves, and how we treat ourselves, Aries, me, I. And a lot of relationships are coming to an end. I'm seeing a lot of relationships that should have ended quite a while ago are finally like, oh, it's the end of the chapter. Like some relationships have really, and again, that's something to see, a pattern. I've done it myself personally. Maybe this is why the universe is showing me, like, it's already expired. Why do you stay? Why are you trying to make it work or be something that it once was? Right? What is it within you that you're not loving yourself or know about yourself or trusting yourself? Yeah, interesting leap year here too. Front runner, it gets better, guys. Yes. My grandfather was born on a leap year. I'm learning from you, Amy. So I feel like the message here is to just understand that we're really being balanced through this series, through this year, but we're talking about this new moon, right? This new moon, letting go of what may have kept us out of balance or surrendering, realizing that whatever from the past, whether it's in dreams or our waking time that's coming back, is a choice. It's always a choice. Sometimes we choose to go back and have another past life or karmic lesson replay. I've done that as well in my past. I don't see that I would do that again where I'm at now, but that's how I learned to be true to myself and not to live off of my fears or projections. And let's see. The Three of Orbs is calling me a little deeper here. Darren said, yes, just accept the abuse. Noted. Thank you. On a dark and stormy background, 3 dull, gloomy orbs form a trinity in the sky. To the left, dark skies and clouds threaten a rainstorm. But on the right, on the horizon, the sun shines through. A fierce bolt of lightning, symbol of illumination, shoots down from the heavens, striking 2 opposing orbs and surrounding the third, which sits lower on the horizon. It is a problematic card, filled with the obscurities of the mind's own illusions. Through the dark hour of the soul, when all appears to be dim and the mind's eye is clouded to the vision of the higher purpose or difficult or painful experiences of life, The light of understanding is within your grasp. Divine wisdom is laced through experience. When we are able to fully understand that where there is darkness, there too is light, we begin to transmute the suffering into a learning experience. The card invites us to conquer the mind's focus on pain and loss and to look to the light where we can transform our thoughts into acceptance and forward motion. And no, I would not say that to Darren's thing, that you would accept abuse. It's not about accepting abuse. It's accepting that if we stay in abusive situations, what is it that we believe in ourselves, about ourselves, that either we deserve it or we can change it. It goes deep. It goes back into our roots, our ancestry, and our past lives. And it's something that we're here to break. Again, this is all about cycle breaking patterns. Right, that's past tense now. We can relive it, but if you relive it, you're still carrying that in your energy field, and you're going to call it back into your memories, into your experience sometimes. This is why, in the New Age movement, New Cage movement, whatever you want to call it, there is a thing called cord cutting. And truly, we can't actually do that until the cord dissolves. The cord meaning the attachment that we have to the person and the experience. When we give ourselves love, know that we are of divine light. We are worthy of love. We are worthy of so much more. We deserve so much better, so much more than what we had accepted in the past. And we give ourselves that energy that's always been our own birthright. Those cords dissolve, they get cut naturally, organically. But when we hold on to resentment, bitterness, anger, we're actually keeping that energy alive to the other person. I know this from experience also. This is not woo-woo. This is very truly how energy works. So it does take a lot of self-love, a lot of work on the self to realize how deeply we accepted something that we should have never accepted in the first place. If that helps. Yeah, it's about identifying. Yeah. Oops. Has anyone heard of ball lightning? That's what that could. Yes. And actually, my son sent me a video of that. I just keep seeing these orbs. My son sent me a video of that. There was a lot of that happening. I'm going to say January, February, around the area, right around the same time when all those big giant, I'm blanking out for a second here. Those big giant drones were hovering all over the place around here. Yes, ball lightning. I'm prompted to get one last card, one last message for us all. But this whole group, I want to just thank you all for being a beautiful participant in connecting and in our intentions of spreading peace, harmony, unity, love, compassion for self and the world. The world needs love, not hate. And yes, we've all gone through enough that we could go one way or the other. It is our perspective on how we want to see from this point on. when we can look back to the past still with the anger or the hatred or the resentment, and we'll find that we're resisting the pull of our own souls and spirits' essence. It's always a choice. We all have a choice. It's always a choice. And look at the grand scheme of the world. What does it need more of? It needs more love. We all come from the same place. We all come from the same stars. We all are here to learn and grow and break cycles, truly, break patterns that we played out. We played out in other lifetimes. We played out in the beginning or the first half of our lives. And the younger ones are being born completely not really having to do. We're clearing it for them. I'm seeing it. I'm watching it play out with the children and the babies. And that's definitely one of my biggest intentions, is to have this playing field of Earth School be a lot more balanced for them than it was for us. They're also here to help us. They're here to help raise the frequency, hold the frequency for humanity. And that's really the energetic name of the game, so to speak. Our connection deepens every time. I love this space, supporting each other and making each other laugh. I do too. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, everyone. I recognize the gift in me, like you do in you. Let's exchange. Exactly. We all have this gift, this beautiful gift, and we share it here. We share it in this space, and we also put it out there into the energy field that we all connect through. We're all in for everybody who needs it. Even just a little bit goes a long way. A little bit of laughter goes a long way. A little bit of peace, love, unity, harmony, it goes a long way, especially for those who are struggling. It really, truly does. It's important. And it's not faked. It's real. And I wouldn't be able to do this otherwise if I was still suffering, if I was still in suffering. So the greater bond. I just want to thank you all for being a part of this with me, because this is beautiful and important, and there is no other intention. There's no intention of having a giant amount of followers, popularity, money. No, this connecting like we do is everything. It truly is. So I thank you all, and I'm so glad that we've met, and maybe one day we'll get to meet in person, face to face. Who knows? I definitely have that as an intention, having a whole big community reunion. So much love to you all. I think that's where we're ending. I don't feel like they want us to do any more cards, and I'm good with that. A happy new moon to everyone here, and everyone that's out there that may be listening in the replay. This is our opportunity to be open to the new and release the old. Know that the old has its lure and its pull, but it's like, no, thanks. No, I've been there, done that. I like the new. Definitely. So much love to you all. Have a beautiful rest of the night or day, wherever you are in the world. And we will connect again soon. Mwah! Big hugs to you all. Thank you, Tori. Thank you, Darren. Thank you, Jess. Yes, beautiful community circle, and I feel it. I feel it. So let's take that energy with us going forward. Have a great night. That's right. Love you all. Good night or day. How do I get out of this? This screen changed on me. Oh, here we go. Bye.